Okay, hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be talking about Orie. As you may have noticed, we have changed a new background as well, but more to that later. Right, so Taufik, what do you think about Orie in general? Just a
Alright.
quick comments over here first.
So the first up will be a lot of people are talking about the pronunciation of the name, Ori or Orie, right? So since it's Japanese, it's probably like Orie, something like that. Right?
Reminds me of the funny video Oreo.
Oreo. Okay, so aside from that, location-wise, what are your comments on the location?
Okay, I'm pretty familiar with the next door project, Gem Residences, which back then, interestingly, when Gem was selling last time, right, the take up wasn't super strong. Probably also because back then the market sentiment wasn't as bullish as right now we are experiencing. So we are looking at this project side, right? A lot of people would say that actually this particular location, it's nearer towards Braddell MRT. And of course, Gem Residences, for those who are familiar with this project, right, you have a side gate, you just cross the road, then you walk about 5 to 7 minutes, you reach Braddell MRT exit C. So I've been there last week or so to went down to do some site recce again to see how exactly close we are from this project site to Braddell MRT. So from Braddell MRT exit C, from the exact point on the ground level, right, I walk to the actual site of Orie, right? It takes me about 3 minutes to 3.5 minutes there about, right? Depending on how fast you walk and all that lah, right? And of course, if let's say during wet weather or super hot day, you can always take the bus. There are 4 bus stop services over there, but it's just one bus stop lah. And literally when I was walking there, right, you can see the bus stop is just right ahead from you only. So a bit no point taking the bus to me.
Might as well walk and exercise a bit. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so for the past few years, there's not much launches that has happened in Toa Payoh. I mean, the last one at TOP was Gem.
Yes.
Right, so Gem probably at TOP like 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago,
Yep.
right? Yeah, and I think the transactions there are pretty healthy, right, in my opinion.
Right. So for Gem Residences, I mean, if you look at the area, right, now if you look at Property Guru, you search for a proper 3-bedroom. I just did the search about 2-3 days ago just to find out what are the available units for the 3-bedroom selling. And you'll be actually surprised that if you just filter down to 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom, right, to be honest, the options available in the resale market, not that many. And if you look at the 3-bedroom listing, right, actually Gem Residences has this very funny tri-key lah. That means it's like, you know dual key, right?
Dual key, yeah.
So they have this 3-bedroom tri-key. That means you are technically buying 3 studio unit under the same title. So the 3-bedroom that are selling, most of them are actually the tri-key. So to find a conventional, traditional 3-bedroom in Gem Residences, I think it's a bit hard. So families, families with school-going kids looking to stay in Toa Payoh area, if you are really comparing new projects in this estate, right, I think you can only take reference from Gem Residences as well as Trevista, right? But Trevista, I don't know, you saw this project before?
I saw the floor plans, so I believe a lot of people might have feedbacks or opinions on like the bay window,
Right.
and even like planter, I believe, right?
Yeah, the planter box, bay window. You really have to think creatively how to use it lah.
Yes.
So the Trevista floor plan is much bigger in size, and that will also cause your overall price quantum to be on the higher side as well. Right. Coming back to the project itself, right? This will be 2 towers, 40-story high. Okay. So Taufik, first look at the project. How do you feel? Like the overall look and feel, overall project of Orie, because we have already attended the brief info that was conducted by the developer and the architect themselves lah.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Okay, from the outlook of it, I will put the picture here. So you can see that it's quite modern looking, and it has a little of a unique shape to it. Yeah, but the inside, if you are more interested, that one is more Japanese inspired. So what you are looking at are the lighter tones, the warmer hues that you get inside the house. And if you like that kind of Muji inspired houses, then this might be something that you can design your future house in accordance to.
I find it quite particularly nice because I'm looking at the type 4 bedroom and 5 bedroom, right, they do have a bit of more differentiation in terms of the color choice, in terms of the materials used. It's a bit more on the, for lack of a better word, they try to differentiate it to become more atas feeling, I would say. So those people who are looking at the 4 bedroom and 5 bedroom, of course, the price tag wise will be slightly on the higher point, and especially people looking at the 5 bedroom. I think if you are looking at landed property, you can really compare the 5 bedroom over here really. So it really depends on perspective, depends on what the buyer's demographic and their objective that they're buying into as well. Overall, we look at the project site itself, right? Surrounding view of it, right, whereby your project site, right, where it's located, right, it's in the middle of all the HDBs surrounding. And good thing is that most of them are actually not that high in terms of their stories lah. Like probably the highest we can spot over here would be the block 238, 239 towards your northeast facing that side, right? Then yes, your HDB is standing at 22 stories high. The rest probably they are looking about 10 story, 16 story. So if you're looking to buy something over here to have a clear unblocked view, a nice city view, northwards facing, probably you get something 15th floor above. I think it would be quite cool. South facing, probably you get, to be safe lah, you want to clear the 19 story one, probably you get 20 story there, but you get a very clear, nice unblocked view really. Yeah, but definitely there will be pockets of views here and there. Then same thing as well, we will insert the photos to show you how it looks like if you are facing southwards and how it looks like when you are facing northwards. Toa Payoh town in general, what do you have in mind? Like when I say the word Toa Payoh estate, what's the first thing that comes to you?
Oh,
Huh? Oh, thanks for the honesty.
honest opinion.
Right.
Yeah,
Why do you say that?
there's a lot of older buildings.
Older
Older
ladies and
HDBs.
gentlemen staying there.
That's that as well. Like the more senior
Demographic. Right.
Basically there.
And you can also spot that most of the people walking around during the weekends are more seniors.
Yes.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So I feel like if you're looking at the younger audience, they might be leaning towards Bishan probably. Yeah, in that area.
Okay, interesting. So, but interestingly, we also see that a lot of $1 million HDBs are actually happening around in Toa Payoh. Right. So this will be so-called our future buyers that's buying into Orie. And in terms of the supply, I will say that if let's say you are talking about a proper condominium within Toa Payoh town itself, we don't want to spread too far out to compare like Bishan or compare Potong Pasir. But within Toa Payoh itself, I think not many comparable condos that you can find. I think if you want to take even like Oleander Towers, I think which is built in the late 90s, then people won't be comparing that as well really. Of course, Toa Payoh, besides being an older estate, matured, I don't use the word old, matured estate with more senior citizens staying over there. What other thing that comes into your mind when you talk about Toa Payoh?
I would say the schools.
Right.
Yeah, so if you have a family who's sending your kids to maybe like the Raffles schools, so this might be a location that you might want to stay in, right? So it's one of the potential locations. Yeah, of course there are other schools in the vicinity like SJI, all that, Pei Chun Public School, First Toa Payoh.
Yeah, these are all the top school around there. So in our line of work, of course, we will go into Toa Payoh, right? We do notice that there's really a lot of families with school-going kids staying around there. And like it or not, sometimes if you are comparing to stay in Bishan, Potong Pasir, some of the comparables or the prices maybe will edge them to go towards Toa Payoh, because like it or not, Toa Payoh is the first HDB township in Singapore. So the concentration is still very much towards HDBs and public housing. But if they want to do HDB upgrading and they still want to stay within the Toa Payoh township itself, right? Not many good choices are available, I would say. That is the reason why probably CDL, Frasers and Security House, they joint venture, they bid this piece of land. Interestingly, there's only 3 bidders for this piece of land. And they bought in almost 1 billion in terms of the buy price for this particular plot of land. And when they bid for this piece of land, personally, to me, actually, I think it's quite a shock lah. But understanding how recent Trump has performed, understanding how the project future pipeline is like, I think they must have done their homework and they know how affluent people are nowadays and they can accept this kind of price tag, especially so that this project is literally just 3 to 5 minutes walk to Braddell MRT.
So when looking at the unit mix in the Orie that we are looking at here, right, there's quite an interesting thing that I noticed, which is the 3 bedroom units. They have quite a minimal amount allocated to the 3 bedrooms. Of course, we are going to put aside 3 bedroom lower key because that's just like a 2+1. Yeah.
Right.
So what do you think about this? Like why such a consideration for the unit mix?
Okay, first thing that comes to my mind is probably they want to target more affordability kind of buyers coming in, because if you build more, because of the formula, recent formula changes, they have to have a average size of 85 square meter or something like that. So if you build more one bedders, you have to compensate by building more 4 or 5 bedders. So likewise, I think they are trying to gear their product or they are geared their projects more towards affordability. So no choice. If they are heavily focused more towards the 2 bedders, right, then they would probably have to sacrifice by building more 4 bedder and 5 bedder, which is why we can see that, like for example, I use Chuan Park for a point of reference. Chuan Park, they have only one stack of 5 bedroom, and they have only 3 stack, if I remember correctly, 3 stacks of 4 bedroom. But whereas you see Orie, right, they have actually 2 stacks of 5 bedroom and 3 stacks of 4 bedroom. I count the 4 bedroom and 4 bedroom premium study together lah. And that's why they are able to build up more 2 bedrooms. So you can see the composition, right? 2 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, all the way to 2 bedroom premium plus study, right? There is almost 50% of the project over here already, right? Taking away the 1+ study lah. So the really entry level kind of target crowd is a little bit how to say missed out lah. Because if you're talking about a family, young family of 4, maybe their kid is like 7 and 5, they will be going towards the nearby primary school, right? They will want to target, or they will really want to buy something brand new, 3 bedroom, maybe about 2.3 mil, 2.5 mil, that kind of range. But sad to say, in this area, I mean in this particular project, you can only aim the 850 square feet 3 bedroom, or if you push up your budget a little bit higher, you'll be aiming the 1023 square feet 3 bedroom premium. And these two these two unit type plus together, right, there's only 156 units, which is, to be honest, I think they could have built more lah, I feel. So Taufik, what do you think about the floor plan over here at Orie? Like, do some comparison between these and versus like the next door Gem Residences.
Okay, for Orie, they have 1+ study. So that's the smallest that you can go around, the 1+ study. So if you're going to compare it to Gem, I believe they don't have 1+ study, but they have a 1 bedroom.
Right.
Right. So if you're looking over at Trevista, they don't even have a 1 bedroom.
Okay.
Right. Then of course, then you have the 2 bedroom and 1, but we're just going to go to the 2+2. I mean the 2 bedroom and 2 bath. Right. So it's a dumbbell layout here. And if you're going to compare it to, let's say, Trevista, there will be like bay window, planter box. So all these are actually adding up to the quantum of the unit.
Right.
So eventually, as an investor, if you're looking at that, your rental yield might be affected. Okay? Right. So
What about the bigger type?
okay, for the bigger bedroom units, we are going to look at the 5 bedroom units. Right. So 5 bedrooms, you can see it's pretty decent size, 1453 square feet. Right, if you are going to compare that to what we can get at Gem, right, one of the layout there, 5 bedroom, but 2 of the bedrooms can only fit in like a single bed. Yeah, so that might not be ideal for everyone because people, of course, they prefer a bigger space, right?
Right. Sometimes it's like that lah. Sometimes for me lah, personal opinion, I rather the space go into the bedroom. That means bedroom, I must still be able to fit in a proper queen size bed. That means it's still a proper decent bedroom lah. Because some of the bedroom, if they can only potentially fit in a single size bed, then it's a bit tight lah. Yeah. So I'd rather the bedroom has bigger space, then you compromise a bit on the others. The others, like for example, kitchen slightly smaller, living room slightly smaller, that I don't mind.
Balcony.
Yeah.
Some balconies for kids.
Anyway, nowadays, modern families, really, do you really sit down together and watch TV? Okay, that's good. So, how about the price point? So, in terms of like, we know that this piece of land was really bought at a record price point. So, I think people are also quite interested to find out like how developer will be pricing it. What are your thoughts?
I believe because none of the prices are out yet, right? So these are all indicative and what we are estimating. The lower levels might probably go at about 2.4k PSF, right? Then the mid range we're probably looking towards 2.7k PSF. Yeah, but of course, if you are going towards the higher levels, since we are talking about 40 levels, right? So factoring in the levels that we have here, we might even cross 3k. But then again, these are all just estimations according to what we think. Nothing is confirmed yet.
We can draw reference to how Gem Residences was selling last time. It's the same thing as well. They start the cheapest price from the second floor because, frankly speaking, not much view lah, right? So as they go higher up, the view gets nicer. Same thing, you got to pay more for the panoramic view.
If you want to look at JB, maybe like what they say, you can look at JB. But of course, you cannot see lah unless you use your binoculars or telescope.
Not facing lah, right? I think the
Yes.
JB will be like super small.
Not facing, yes.
Yeah. And potentially, if let's say we are looking at this kind of price point, I think some of the fairer comparison we can take reference from would be like the recent Trump Park launch, or maybe if you take a look at like Cheapskate, which is already TOP, that will give us a better sense of how much people are willing to really buy in and are paying for. And fun fact, if you just now I mentioned as well, if you look at resale market now, 3 bedroom and above, that means you just filter away. I'm looking only at the 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom, and 5 bedroom. Frankly speaking, around this nearby neighboring estates, right? Really not many options that people can look at and compare around. Okay, so Taufik, if let's say today I'm a family of 4, right? I have 2 kids, 7 and 4, right? I want to buy Orie. I enter at 2,700 per square feet. I stay maybe a good 10 years until my younger son has finished PSLE. And I want to sell potentially at maybe I'm looking at 3,001, 3,002. Would that be possible? And also, who are the people that's going to buy from me in the future?
Okay, so if you're looking at the exit strategy, right, the buyers that you are looking at, there are a lot of HDB upgraders in the future if they are also looking to buy into being close to the schools and all that.
Right.
Right. So we are looking at Toa Payoh itself. You already know that the HDBs here are already crossing the 1 million mark. Right. So we have even checked, and several of them are asking like 1.5, 1.6
Serious?
million.
1.5 in Toa Payoh?
In Toa Payoh.
Wow.
Yeah, so that is a crazy increase in the prices over the past few years already. Right. So aside from Toa Payoh, we also have nearby, which is like Bidadari area.
Right.
So although it's not that near, but some of them might be looking to move closer into this area lah.
For the schools,
For
right?
the schools, yes. So aside from that, you also have Boon Keng. There's several new ones in Toa Payoh which are currently under construction. So it's not up yet, but these are the owners who are not affected by the Plus Prime scheme.
So they will still be only serving the 5-year MOP, right?
Yes, correct.
So 5 years down the road, just nice lah. 10 years later,
Exactly.
it's about there already.
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
And the upside to that is they also don't have the clawback or whatever that is coming up with the new scheme.
Subsidy and all that. Yeah.
And aside from that, what I can think of is also the Farrer Park area.
Farrer Park. Oh yeah, they
So-
have HDB as well, right?
Yes. So some of the BTOs there, if you're looking at those, I believe they can fetch a good price as well.
I think their 4-room flat over there may potentially hit 1.4 mil, because the area is more prime. Because further up, like St. George, near the Boon Keng that side, they are 4-room HDB lah, already 1.2 mil, 1.3 mil there about already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if the future buyers are willing to pay that much for a HDB, definitely for them to upgrade and cash out whatever proceeds they have to move into your house in the future, I think that might be a possibility.
Okay, interesting. Okay, that's good, Taufik. So if let's say there are more questions that people want to ask us, how would they able to reach us?
Okay, so definitely there will be people who have more questions and you want to go more in-depth analysis into your situation, which is unique to you, right? You can always reach out to us for a discussion and we can help you with looking at all your needs and wants and deciding whether this project is suitable for you. Yeah, and as always, we'll have our link down in the description. You can always just click that and reach out to us.
Yes, and with that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you have not done so. And if you find this video very interesting and useful, please help to forward to your friends as well. And as always, we'll see you in the next one. Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye.